life. I don't have much time here tonight, but I thank God for the opportunity to be able to open his most holy word. I want to thank God for Pastor Jeremy Jones and the First Lady of this house. Let's give them a hand praise. And thank God for all of you being here tonight. With the time I have left, I just want to take for a subtopic for my Easter, what you call it? My Easter speech. For my Easter speech, I just want to talk to you real quick to let you know that blood is thicker than water. I am the eldest child between myself and my sister. And because I am the eldest child, there is a responsibility that I have because I'm the eldest. My mom would ensure that I understood this responsibility by saying, if she gets hurt, I'm whooping you. If something goes wrong with her, I'm whooping you because I'm leaving her in your possession and in your charge. She is your responsibility. She would often say to me, son, I want you to remember, I don't care who you're with or what they say or what's around you. I want you to remember, son, that blood is thicker than water. And what she was saying to me is that no matter what happened, no matter who said what, at the end of the day, my sister was my blood. And that blood was thicker than any other relationship. And I had a responsibility to defend the blood, not to defend the water. Are y'all with me tonight? In our text tonight that I have a few moments to talk about, we see that Jesus is dying on the cross. But despite his excruciating physical agony on the cross, Jesus was concerned about his mama. He waited to make sure that she was provided for. Before he did anything else, he wanted her to know that you're on my mind. He had to make sure that his mom was provided for. Even though he was dying for the sins of the whole wide world, he had to make sure specifically that his mama was covered and taken care of. Why? Because blood is thicker than water. With his thoughts on Mary's future and how she would fend for herself without him, and with his thoughts on how she would be protected because he was such a pariah to the society at that time, Jesus entrusted her into the care of John, his beloved disciple. Now, this was an enigma. This was something that was unusual. This is something that should not have happened this way. And the reason why is that according to that culture and according to that history, this arrangement was strange. Because typically a dying son would commit his mother into the care of the next eldest member of his immediate family. Whether you all know it or not, Jesus had some half-brothers and half-sisters. According to the age and the order, the care of his mother should have and could have went to people such as James or Joseph or Judah or Simon. Y'all don't even know he had that many brothers. Or some of his other unnamed sisters. The care of his mama should have went to one of them. But consequently, Jesus decided as the eldest that they were not quite prepared and ready to take on the responsibility of taking care of his mama. He could not do what his calling was. He could not leave humanity and die on the cross if his mama was in the wrong person's hands. You see, Jesus was looking not at what should have taken place according to culture, but he was looking at what should be taking place spiritually. Because whether we realize realize it or not, John was one of his disciples. John was one of the beloved disciples. John sat with Jesus. John believed the message of the kingdom. John believed that Jesus was the Son of God. Unlike his brothers who did not believe that their own brother was descended from God. His own brothers did not believe that their brother Jesus was the Son of the living God. They would say, you can't be who you say you are because we know who you is. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying? You were on the bed, on the bed next to us. You may have been on the floor next to us. He may have peed in the bed. I don't know what Jesus did. But the brothers held his family history against him. And because of this, they did not accept the message or the mission of Jesus Christ. And consequently, Jesus said, I cannot leave not only the natural care, but the spiritual care of my mother in the hands of some brothers who don't believe in me. And so that's why he turned to say, John, he said, John, I choose you. I choose you over James. John, I choose you over Joseph. John, I choose you over Judah. John, I choose you over Simon. John, I choose you over these sisters. Why? Because there's a love that we have with me and with you that's different than anything else. Jesus refused to leave his mother in the hands of unbelievers. He wanted to make sure that his mother wasn't just taken care of naturally and financially, but she had to be taken care of spiritually. Why? Because blood is, establishing the family of God in my last 4 minutes. Establishing the family of God was at the heart of Christ's mission and ministry. So much so that as he is on the cross dying for humanity, he presses the pause button. He presses the pause button because he had to make sure that Mary was taken care of. He presses the pause button because he wants his mother to see that he sees her and that she is not invisible to him. No matter what he's going through, he wants her to know, I see you and I'm going to take care of you, because Jesus understood that blood was thicker. Interesting enough, as I was studying out this message in my last 2 minutes, as I was studying out this message, I ran across a quote, something that I had never seen before, Doctor. And what I ran across was that there were some commentators, along with a main commentator by the name of the Messianic Rabbi Richard Posteliniak. He claims that the original meaning of the expression blood is thicker than water was that the ties between people who have made a blood covenant was stronger than the ties formed by the water of the womb. Now wait a minute. Thus, this phrase should be read as such. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Now, wait a minute, Jesus. Wait a minute. What are you trying to say? Well, what I want you to understand tonight, that on that evening, Jesus, as he was shedding his blood, established a new covenant. This new covenant was thicker than water because he was dipped in the blood. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying? This covenant was different than any other kind of covenant. Jesus then sealed this covenant in John 19:26 and 27 by saying to John, here is your mother, and Mary, woman, behold your son. I got to make sure that you understand tonight, as I get ready to take my seat, that many things happen on the cross. You're going to hear about 4 more things tonight that happened on the cross. But there was only one thing that happened at the foot. of the cross. Yeah, you're going to hear about piercing in his side. You're going to hear about a whole lot of stuff tonight. But there was only one thing that happened at the foot of the cross. At the foot of the cross, Jesus wasn't just taking care of Mary by connecting her to John, but he was ensuring that God's new family was born. It was no longer about the water of the womb, but rather about the covenant of the blood of Jesus. Now we understand that blood is thicker than water, because what can wash away my sins? Oh, nothing but the blood of Jesus. What can make me whole? Again, nothing but the blood of Jesus. It doesn't matter what womb you came from. It doesn't matter what side of the tracks that you came from. All that matters is that you've been dipped in Emmanuel's vein. All that matters is that you know that the blood still works. The blood still keeps you. The blood still covers you. The blood still protects you. The blood keeps your mind. The blood, I gotta stop. The blood engrafted you into a new family. I know you came through hell. I know you may not have liked your mama, but it doesn't matter about the water, because the blood is thicker than water. Hey, come on, give God praise right there.